Greetings, gamers, Agent SN, and E3 is going on right now. It is E3 season, and an E3 this year so far has been something. So first of all, we had the Ubisoft event on Saturday, which was alright, I guess. I mean, it wasn't for me outside of one reveal that we're going to talk about in this video, which is Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Yes, as Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is getting a sequel called Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I'm very, very excited for it. And then, yesterday we had two big events. We had, well, aside from the PC Game Showcase, we had Microsoft E3, so we had the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. That was Microsoft E3, and Microsoft E3 was pretty good. But then we had the Square Enix E3, which I was very excited for, but it disappointed me incredibly. In fact, I hated it. And why did I hate the Square Enix E3? Let's talk about it. And 3, 2, 1. Alright, so the event opened with a new game from Eidos Montreal, which is the Guardians of the Galaxy game. Now, I'm looking forward to this game a ton. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I love Marvel things as a whole. So I was looking forward to this game. And this game honestly looks like a lot of hype. And it's definitely what the Avengers game should have been, which I didn't even play. Because I heard that it was kind of bad, and that wasn't really a fan of the live service games. And that a lot of the players have left the Avengers game already. But this game honestly looks hype. Though I don't like that you only get to play as Star-Lord. The other characters are just helping you. It would honestly be cooler if you actually got to play as the other characters. Especially Rocket or Groot and all those. Those would be really cool to play as. But the gameplay here still looks pretty cool. The attacks look really nice. And although the character models are different for sure, since they're more based on the comics, because of course their movie models were completely different, this game honestly still looks hype. Though, however, there was something about this reveal I didn't like, even though this reveal was decent. They spent way too long on this game. Why? I'm not gonna be wrong, this game I'm very excited for, but my problem with it is they spent about 20 minutes just on this game. And that is almost half of this entire event. So half of it was just about a Guardians of the Galaxy game. What the heck? What the heck, Square Enix? What were you doing? Yeah, that was kind of disappointment, but this was still a really good reveal, and I'm still excited for this game. But they didn't need to spend that long talking about it. And yeah. So yeah. And yeah. At least we did get to see some gameplay. The gameplay here does look pretty good. Like I said, I don't like how you get to only play a Star-Lord, but it's still pretty good. So I do wish you could play a Star-Lord, well, or I don't like how you can only play a Star-Lord. I wish you could play the other characters too, but the gameplay still looks pretty good. I like how you can make decisions and stuff. And yeah. Before this reveal wasn't perfect, so they spent way too long. But this but I hate how they just spent way too long on this. That's honestly a disappointment how they spent way too long just on this game. Alright, now the next announcement was something that I lost my mind over. Just like with the Guardians of the Galaxy game. And that is the Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters. But at first I was incredibly excited, but after rethinking about it, after kind of researching about this, I honestly am not really that excited for this. I'm not gonna be wrong. I love the Final Fantasy series, of course. It's a series that means so much to me, as you guys know. But this is honestly kind of pointless, because here's the thing. After the Dragon Quest III remake was announced, after the Dragon Quest III remake was announced last month, I was hoping that they would do HD 2D remakes of these games, kind of like what they're doing with the Dragon Quest III remake. They could remake these with the Octopath Traveler graphics. That would be incredibly epic, seeing HD 2D Final Fantasy games. But apparently Square Enix decided to waste their opportunities into this shady thing. Well, not really shady, but this is just missed a bit. It's a wasted opportunity. And the thing is that they didn't say much about it. I mean, we saw very little of it. And he says coming soon. And they give us a release date. They said Steam and mobile. Why not consoles? I mean, I'm gonna buy on Steam anyway, but because where I buy my third-party big releases, I buy them on Steam or Epic Games or whatever. But why just Steam and mobile? That's just a disappointment, and this is just wasted potential. And the thing is that I see why they're doing this, especially since this also means that we get to play Final Fantasy 1 and 2 for the first time on PC, because they're the only two Final Fantasy games, or at least the mainline ones, that never came to PC. So that is cool, I guess, but it's a waste opportunity, because I was hoping that they would remake these in HD 2D, just like what they're doing with Dragon Quest III. And yeah, and this honestly deconfirms HD 2D remakes of these, and I'm sad, and yeah. This was just a massive disappointment, honestly. I'm not really sure if I'm going to buy this or not sure yet. Because I'd rather play the mobile and PS, Final Fantasy 1 and 2, I'll definitely buy their pixel remaster. Final Fantasy 3, I'd rather play the 3D remake. Final Fantasy 4, maybe I'll buy it, but I'd rather play the PSP version. Final Fantasy 5, probably. Final Fantasy 6, probably. But I'm not really sure yet if I'm actually gonna buy all of these or not. Not sure yet. But I was hoping they would do an HD 2D remake collection instead. So this reveal was kind of bad, I guess. I don't really know. Then we got more about Legend of Mana. Alright, that's cool. And then we got something that kind of disappointment. I mean, they should have new content to the Avengers game. Like I said, I didn't pick this game up. I wasn't a fan of it being a live service game and stuff. But I talk about the Black Panther expansion. And the thing is that, why would they still do content? I mean, this game is, it's kind of a dead game. I mean, most of the player base doesn't even play this anymore. And yeah. I don't see why they would still announce it here, I guess, but okay. Then next up we got about something... Alright, who cares about this stuff? Then we got stuff about mobile games. Why mobile games? Mobile games. We all know that we all know mobile games, right? They're always about money and stuff, and they're not really great, I guess. But what I don't understand is, they spent a lot, well, not a lot of time, but they spent a lot of time talking about mobile games. There's mobile games here. Who cares about mobile games? Yeah. Alright, then the next reveal was about something that it was something that was exciting at first back then, but here we go. So Babylon's Fall, it's the new RPG from Platinum Games and Square Enix. And it's made from the same team of Nier Automata. And it was supposed to announce about 2 or 3 years ago, and it looked exciting. However, here it doesn't really look that exciting anymore. The game doesn't look as good, and we all know the worst part. It's a live service game. Square Enix has already had a failure it's already had a commercial failure with that, with the Avengers game, so why would they do live service here? Yeah, live service games, overall, this reveal was kind of okay, I guess. It was I'm not really sure if I'm going to play this or not, but okay. However, this last announcement was incredibly hype. And that is the rumored Final Fantasy Origin. The rumors were true, and it's going to be happening. And this is the rumored Souls-like Final Fantasy game that was rumored last month. It's developed by Koei Tecmo's Team Ninja. And in this game, the partnership between Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja, which is also the same developers from Neo. Which makes sense because this game was rumored as a Souls-like Final Fantasy game. I'm personally not a fan of Souls-inspired games, but Final Fantasy, so I'm gonna play this one. However, the graphics aren't that great, but I'm still gonna play anyway. There's also a demo that you can play now, but the demo is only available if you have a PS5, and it's only available before June 24th. This game's gonna be coming out in 2022 to Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, and PC. Alright, now then the last bit was mostly just stuff on upcoming games and games that are already out. So, yeah. So overall, this event was mostly kind of filler. I mean, we didn't need, we didn't need 5 minutes of mobile game announcements. Babylon's Fall is disappointing now. And they spent way too long about Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah. I'd probably give this a 4 out of 10. It was bad, but at least Guardians of the Galaxy is hype. And same for Final Fantasy Origin, Stranger of Paradise. Both of those are hype, I guess. Anyway, but I have to give it a 4 out of 10 because I don't like how they just spent way too long about Guardians of the Galaxy. Babylon's Fall is disappointing. And yeah. And they kind of act like they didn't care, and they decided to go lazy with this Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster thing, and they showed very little of it. And they didn't even give us a release date for Babylon's Fall. I mean, we know that's now coming to PS5, but that was just disappointing overall. And they also showed Life is Strange as well, but personally, Life is Strange isn't for me, so I didn't really talk about it here. But yeah. I have to give it a 4 out of 10. It was bad, but at least have Final Fantasy Origin Stranger of Paradise. That was very hype, and so is the Guardians of the Galaxy game. That's really all I can give it. That's only positives. But let's move on to the positive stuff. Let's move on now to Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Alright, so as one of the last announcements in the Ubisoft Forward, on Saturday, we got something that was incredibly exciting, and that was Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. So Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle was a great game, which was basically, it was a strategy RPG for the Switch. It was a crossover between Nintendo's Mario characters and Ubisoft's Rabbids. Well, the game's now getting a sequel in 2022 called Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. And it's going to take a new approach. It's going to be set in a sci-fi world, and it's now going to be having these Luma characters, and like these Luma rabbits, and it's going to... as you can see, these Lumas now, and you team up with these things called the Sparks. That's honestly really cool overall. This reveal was a 10 out of 10 for me. Well, like I said at the beginning, the Ubisoft Forward event wasn't for me, but this is what was really hype for me. The new world here just looks incredibly amazing. They showed off some new characters and stuff. It was really, really cool. I mean, We even get to see Rabbit Rosalina now. Yes, Nintendo's waifu is getting a Rabbit version. Has a Mario waifu's getting a Rabbit version. Yep. And yeah. And they showed off a lot of promise here. And the game's going to be coming out sometime in 2022. They haven't given us a release date yet, but we know it's going to be coming in 2022. I'm incredibly, incredibly hyped. And they also gave us a look at gameplay. This was even hyped too, as they gave us a new look at the new worlds and stuff. We even got to see more gameplay and stuff, and the new world here looks really amazing. I mean, Kingdom Battle was already a masterpiece. This looks like even more of a masterpiece. I think this game will be even better than Kingdom Battle was. And the new gameplay art just looks really, really cool. And they're even gonna have new battle mechanics. That is incredibly hype. So yeah. And there's a lot here, of course, that I'll be definitely getting this day one and possibly even pre-ordering. And the new characters they show here are just really cool. The rabbits look really nice. This is so much hype. Anyway, though, that's it for this video. I will see you guys next time. Agent S out.